Welcome back, Acadiana. I'm Casey, but as you know, I'm not supposed to be here because I'm not a woman. But I'm filling in for Angie, and we're having our next segment of Women in Business here in Acadiana, and I am privileged and honored to have Jaci Russo with the brand Russo. Is that how I'm saying it right? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're great.
But anyway, I'm so honored to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And we've got some great questions for you. So are you
Looking
ready?
forward to it. Yes, absolutely.
So the first question has got to be, what inspired you to start your company?
Well, it's a great question. I have been working in advertising for quite some time. After my years at University of Louisiana Lafayette, go Cajuns, I moved to Los Angeles. I worked in the entertainment industry there for, 6-7 years in the 90s. And the only thing that was comparable to what I was doing here was advertising. And so Kiki Freyard hired me to work at AKA Advertising, and that's how I was able to come home and start work here. And then went in-house. I was a marketing director for a regional company and got married, had a baby, and was about to have another baby, and I needed more time. And so I foolishly believed that starting my own company would give me more free time.
Foolishly?
Foolishly. Anyone who owns their own business knows those are fool's promises.
Well, I think most people these days know that they get a 4-year grace period.
I don't know. We started and we hit the ground running. So in the matter of a couple of weeks, we had 4 or 5 clients in the first month, and it's just not stopped since then. And that was 26 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I guess that leads into my next question, which is, how does Louisiana stack up to LA?
Well, I think LA to LA is a natural move. There are hundreds of thousands of expatriates from Louisiana now living in Los Angeles, which means when I was there, I had places to go for crawfish boils, I could watch Saints games, but it wasn't the same. I missed our joie de vivre. Acadiana is special, and so it was great to be able to come back home.
Well, we're so glad to have you back home.
Thanks.
How many years again?
I've been back 27 years now.
And how many more decades to come?
Hopefully a few.
That's awesome. So if you could go back and give your past self some advice, what would it be?
If I was to go back and give my past self some advice, there are a couple of hires I would not make. There are a few times that I have hired a friend or somebody that came with a lot of reputation that was not well earned. I learned later. And so waste of time, waste of money, disappointed, frustrated. But everyone provided a valuable lesson. Every time we improved from having to recover from the impact that the bad hire had upon us.
Can you give us a few examples?
I mean, I can't name names.
Of course not, but
So
examples.
a few years ago,
John Smith.
No names, but 15 years ago, an employee was with us, probably 6, 7, 8 months, and I found out that they were hiring other freelancers to do work for our clients and keeping a percentage of the money, and this is the kind of work that our agency did. And so I'm like, you can't sub our clients to other people?
That's horrible.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Absolutely.
Most recently this year, I was like, I'm going to do better. So I went through a search agency and a matchmaking company, basically, who this company is incredibly well regarded, and I think they're really good at what they do. They brought me some candidates, one of whom seemed a perfect fit, had a long list of experience and references, and really was going to be a home run hitter, I could tell. And not so much. 3 months in, had no success. The CRM, which she inherited a great one, was a jumble. No meetings. And really, I don't even know, there's an entire month where there's zero activity. Like, she did nothing for an entire month, 30 days, nothing. And so I wasn't gonna fire her. I'm like, okay, let's work on it. Let's set expectations. Let's talk about how to do this better. And she said, that's too much pressure, and she quit. This is a very well-paid VP position person who didn't make it out of the first 3 months because she just didn't try and gave up. So, this well-regarded. Come to find out, she was a bit of a con artist, and she'd screwed a lot of other people along the way, but I didn't know that until after some pending litigation came through.
Well, I think it's impressive that you guys had enough of a, what do you call it, a net to catch that. Because
Yes.
most companies that aren't well managed wouldn't catch it soon enough. But that's impressive.
Well,
Moving
the
on to
old
our-
adage is hire slow, fire fast. And I tend to do both fast.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's what you got to do if you want to,
absolutely.
you want to be a success like you guys are.
Thanks.
How do you maintain a work-life balance as an entrepreneur?
I think work-life balance is a bit of a misnomer. We expect a 5-day work week and a 2-day weekend, so that's not particularly balanced. So we've done a number of things in our 26 years to try to provide a better work-life integration for our team. One, since 2001, we have had the option of a flex schedule. Work from home, work from the office, work when you're traveling, whatever you need to do. We're task-oriented. About 4 or 5 years ago, we went to a 4-day work week. 4-3 is balance.
Yeah.
So 4 days of work, 32 hours, 3 days of weekend, and we expect everyone to leave by 5, and we don't expect them to come back until at least 8 the next morning. We need a healthy life outside of work to have a healthy life inside work. It's very important.
Now, I think that's great that you give your employees 4 days and 3 off. Do you give them any like assignments or anything extra on those days off?
No.
That's excellent.
I can think of a couple of instances since we started doing this where there was maybe a mistake or something wasn't quite right on Thursday and had to be fixed on Friday. But you're talking about a 10-minute edit on a small file just to keep the project moving forward. Our focus is on making sure that we have full, balanced, healthy lives. And we need to spend more time with our families and our friends and ourselves than we do with our clients and our coworkers. And so we try to make sure that that happens. I think that we're more efficient in those 4 days. We try to push appointments and time away from the office to Friday so that on the 4 days of the work week, we're at the office getting work done or at home getting the work done wherever you choose to work from that day.
What advice would you give others who aspire to open their own businesses?
I work with a lot of entrepreneurs. I'm currently a consultant for the Edward Lowe Foundation based in Michigan. It has contracts with 13 or 14 state economic development agencies, including Louisiana. And we work with entrepreneurs across the country. I probably meet with 50, 75 a year. And what I see over and over again are entrepreneurs who have a passion for their area of expertise. The widget that they make or the service that they provide, they are very good at it. And so they start a business, often without knowing the other pieces of knowledge that they need to be successful. So they may be great at marketing, but that doesn't mean they're great at finance or sales or operations or service. And so one of the things that I suggest is, first of all, take the leap. You're not going to know what you don't know until you start doing it. Second of all, surround yourself with advisors. Find people who are very smart at what they do and let them guide you because they're going to know more about their subject matter expertise than you do. Next, you need a peer group. You need people who are in the trenches going through the suck with you because you will feel very alone some days. And so having some entrepreneurial support will be very helpful. Third, if you're in the state of Louisiana, and I know other states have these programs too, but Louisiana has incredible startup programs. Take advantage of them. In Acadiana, we have Opportunity Machine. If you are a tech startup, you have an app or some software you want to create, go see the fine people at OM. We have the Small Business Development Center and the Small Emerging Business Center. Both of them provide an incredible amount of courses, roundtables, resources, support. They'll help you with a business plan over at the SBDC. Take advantage of that. LEDA, Lafayette Economic Development Authority, will give you free research on your business to help you know if you've got a good idea or not. The people at OM will help guide you through you doing your own research to validate your idea. You can look to the state. Louisiana Economic Development has a number of startup and second stage level support systems in place. Louisiana is a great place to build a business, but if you don't take advantage of all those resources, you don't even know what you are missing. One of the programs that Workforce Development does in Louisiana is provides $3,000 per employee per year in training reimbursement. So make sure that your team, you may be a team of one today, but you'll be a team of 10 in no time. Make sure your team gets the training to continue to get better so that you can all grow and learn together.
I'm actually blown away at how much you actually know, because this is a lot of stuff I didn't know, people.
And I bet I skipped about half of the things that if I was thinking about it, I could come up with. We have so many programs here, and if people don't know, they don't get to use them.
How do you think Louisiana stacks up to like the rest of the country in terms of giving opportunities?
No, we're regularly ranked one of the #1 states in the country for incentives, not just to recruit new companies to Louisiana, but to retain the companies that are here. Our state is incredibly progressive. We just don't do a good job of telling our story.
How do you think we do a better job telling that story, besides this awesome program?
I mean, we have to continue to let people know what's going on. This does that. LED tries. There's just so many people to tell. One of the things that I think people miss about marketing is I can tell you the story a million times. I've told so many people about the Workforce Development $3,000 program, and still I run into people all the time who don't know why. They have their own lives, their own companies, their own families. They are so worried, understandably, with everything that they have to deal with in a day that they're not looking to consume all this new information. And so they just block it out. The research from Google says the average person is served, you ready for it?
I don't know, am I?
No, you're not.
I'm not.
8,000 ads per day.
That makes sense, actually.
But how could you remember any of them?
Oh, I make a point to mute them.
Right, so does everyone else. So what happens is we have this thing in the back of our heads, kind of at the bottom of our brain, the top of our spine, called the RAS. And the RAS is your filter. It blocks out everything that doesn't directly pertain to you. So advertising gets wasted if it's not targeted to the people that it's intended to, and if they don't see it enough times that they can see it when they need it.
See, I'm too young. Like, my mentality is, Raz, what's that? I got Riz. Can you share any initiatives that your business has that gives back to the community?
Absolutely. It's a pretty long list, so I'm going to try to work my way through it. We think giving back to the community is a priority. Every business should do that. It is a community, and we're a part of it. And so we need to work to make the community a better place. We work with a number of nonprofit organizations through the years, from Healing House to Miles Perrette to United Way to the Louisiana Air, which was started by T.D. Smith. We flew every surviving veteran from World War II from Louisiana to Washington to see the memorial before they passed. We started with the plan to fundraise one flight, because we did private air charter, and we had to staff it with a Acadian ambulance and make sure it was all safe. And so we ended up with 22 flights that we flew to DC over the course of 2 years. It's one of the best projects I've ever worked on. And then we not only donated our time to market that, to raise the money, but we created yearbooks with their original service picture and a current photo and all of their accolades and recognitions.
Thank you so much, Jackie.
I mean, it's the greatest generation.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We've done work for the Acadiana Veterans Alliance. We've done work for Acadiana Outreach. I don't know if there is, if there is a nonprofit organization in Acadia we haven't worked with yet, it must be your turn, so call me. We give back to the students. We do internships every semester through UL. And then starting in 2020, we did internships with 7 other universities through a virtual program because companies just stopped allowing interns inside. But how are they going to get jobs after college if they don't have experience? How do you get a job without experience to get a job? So we've done that, and we've kept that going now for 5 years.
How many of your current employees were previously interns?
Oh, at least 50%.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We make it a point every year to hire at least one on staff. Of course.
That's fantastic.
Of course. It's how people... I did an internship at Graham Group when I was in college. And so I know the value. I rode that thing to my first 3 jobs. And so, I think those are valuable lessons. You're not going to make a lot, but you're going to learn a lot, and that's important.
And knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Experience. You got to have something on your resume. And most recently, all of the women of the agency participated in the Habitat for Humanity build. And so we built 2 houses over by the food pantry on Simcoe.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check them out.
Oh, gorgeous.
Really?
Yes. We hammered and sawed and painted and did all the fun things. So yeah, it was great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. We think giving back to the community is very important. We believe that our job is to share share our knowledge, share our time, share our experience. And when we do that, we don't have to sell. People come to us.
Like, I don't have anything to sell, and I already want to come to you.
Well, we're very expensive, so bring a checkbook.
Your business has achieved significant success. What do you attribute to it?
I think that our business has achieved a level of success, and I'm very proud of the team and the work that we've done and the businesses that we've been able to help. That's why we do it. And so if we're not growing our clients, we're not going to continue to grow ourselves. I attribute it to a number of things. Being lifelong learners, our industry has gone through significant change in the past 2 decades. From the creation of social media, didn't exist when we started in 2001. That was a game changer. The acceleration of digital media, and so watching the impact to traditional. When I became a licensed certified media buyer back in the 1900s,
You make it sound so old.
It was, dude. It was 28 years ago.
I don't want to hear that la 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 la. I'm older than I look. La 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 la.
But really, like when I became a media buyer in the late 1900s, I bought TV, radio, billboards, newspapers, and magazines. The last time I bought some of those things, it's been a minute.
Who reads? Now.
But we read online now. We read digital now. I read probably 12 newspapers a day, but there's no paper in my hands. They're on my iPad or my desktop or my phone. And so having the opportunity to learn and grow, I think is the number one point of our success. I think probably number 2 is knowing who we are and who we're here to help. We're not here to help everybody. We have leaned into our expertise. And so we are a B2B agency, which means our main customer base are businesses that sell their products and services to other businesses, not retail, not somebody off the street that's a different sales model. And so we developed a process in 2005 that we trademarked called Razor Branding. And it's the step-by-step approach to doing the right job, which allows us to get the right results for our clients. We very rarely have a contract with a client. Sometimes they ask for it because they want a discount or they want to do some things. And so we'll build in some timelines for them. But for the most part, 99% of our clients are operating on a 30-day out clause. And the average lifespan of agency and client in this country is 2 years. Our average lifespan is 6.5 years. And they can leave at any time. And so we have to earn it every month. I think that I attribute the success to the team. I hire great people and they do great work. That's very important. We've got coworkers, colleagues who've been with us for 8, 10, 12, 15 years. I attribute the success to our clients. They treat us like a partner. They let us tell them no when they're trying to do things that are outside the scope of what they should be doing. And they trust us. And so we bring our expertise to the table to match with their great product or service. And that allows them to be more successful, which allows us to be more successful. Early on in my career, I read that a leader should give the credit to the team and take the blame. And I operate off of that every chance I get.
I'm actually a veteran myself. And in the Marine Corps, we have a similar saying, which is lead from the front.
Yes.
So I totally get that.
Yes.
And I respect and admire that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said you call it Razor Branding?
Yeah, that's our process.
Did you guys name it that? Or?
Yeah, we did.
What inspired the name?
Well, a couple of things. One, it was available. That's always important these days in naming.
So copyright, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And domain name and all of that. 2, what we do cuts through the clutter. And so Razor is a way to cut through the clutter. And so we felt like as we started to map out our sweet spot, most agencies are very tactically focused. They are really good at social media. They build websites. They do media buying. They have a very specific tactic, which causes the agency and the client to be very reactive. We think there's a better way. And so Razor Branding is a proactive, strategic planning process. It's got 4 core elements. Focus. Who are you talking to? Really? It can't be everybody. You have to have very specific, very targeted segments. Prioritize them. Now we know who we're talking to and what we need to say to them. The second thing is what we call promise. Why are they going to choose you? What is it that you do that's different from everybody else who does the same thing, it looks like, from the outside? That's your point of differentiation, your brand promise. 3 is connection. That's message. So target audience segment 1, why are you the right choice for them? What are you going to say to them? Target audience segment 2, who are they? Why are you the right choice for them? And what are you going to say? And then the 4th piece is harmony, and that's where the messages go. They need to work together. So if you're going to do, for example, some social media, email campaign, trade shows, maybe industry publications, maybe even some TV ads, who knows? You're going to want to make sure all of those pieces are working together to cut through the clutter of the 8,000 messages that somebody's being served. One of the things we realized during this process is that this plan that's like 150, 200 pages. It's a step-by-step guide. It's a year long, exactly what needs to happen. It's the architectural blueprint to the success of a company through marketing. You would not call a contractor and say, I'm ready to build my house, bring wood. Right? That's not the first call.
Sorry, it's funny though.
Yeah, it's made to be funny. Thanks for the laugh. You're going to call an architect, and you're going to ask the architect to help you plan out what the house should look like so everybody can be on the same page. And yet, I see companies all the time give a lot of money to an agency, and they say, bring me business, with no plan. So we need a plan. And so one of the things that I think we have done really well is leaned into our expertise. We have a research department, we have a proactive strategic planning, so that we make sure we are putting our clients on the path to success.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for giving us a little peek into the process.
And that's it.
Looking ahead, what do you think the future holds for the Russo brand, and what are some of your hopes and aspirations for it?
Well, one of the first things that I think is kind of new and exciting on the horizon is we're going to do a marketing conference, a summit here in Lafayette in January of 2026. And it is for local marketers, marketing directors, leaders who don't have a marketing team and are trying to figure it out themselves, all the way up to large corporate marketing departments. We don't do enough together. And so we need collaboration and community. And so we're pulling in some industry partners. We're bringing together as many marketers who want to show up. And it's going to be a chance to hear from experts who are doing it really well. How are they getting the most ROI from their marketing? How are they using media these days to be more successful? What are they doing looking forward to making sure that they've got the opportunity to grow? This is going to be, I think, a great gift to the marketing community, because when we can all be together and we can learn from each other, we're bringing in these experts to teach us things that we don't know. Everyone is going to win. And when you have better marketers, you have better marketing. And so we're very excited about it.
That sounds amazing.
I know.
And we want to get more information so we can let everyone in Acadiana know about it.
This is the first time I've said it out loud.
Really?
Oh yeah, we haven't even officially announced it yet.
Heard it here first, folks.
You got a scoop.
What's ROI though?
Return on investment. I'm so glad you asked. No,
Okay.
I'm seriously, I'm glad you asked. So return on investment. When you spend money on anything, you should know what kind of money you're going to get back. So if you go and buy a copier for your office, well, is it cheaper to buy the copier or lease the copier? Or go to Lowry's on Pinnock and have them do the copies for you. You're going to look at each of the options. How much do they cost? And what are you going to save? Marketing should work the same way. If you're going to spend time, money, energy, any resource, time, talent, treasure, you're going to spend any resource on a Facebook post, on a LinkedIn ad, on a TV spot, on a billboard, you need to be able to know how many people are going to see this. How many people are going to act on this, and how much revenue are you going to generate from this? And that final answer is the return on the investment. So everything you should do in marketing should be trackable, and then you should decide, I got a good ROI on that or not a good ROI on that. And if you did not at least get your money back plus make some, then you need to change it before you do it again.
I'm so glad I asked that question.
Me
because
too.
ROI, I never knew. That's something we can apply to every facet of our lives.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Well, and I try not to speak in industry speak. I try very hard to use regular language that it makes sense to everybody, and I slipped a little industry lingo in there. So I'm glad you called me on it.
Not at all. I'm listening. I'm learning.
I love that.
You know?
I love that.
What are your go-to TV shows or movies?
I watch an embarrassingly large amount of TV and movies. If I could have gotten paid to watch TV growing up, I was told over and over again, so I found a way to do that. When I moved to Los Angeles, my very first job out of college, my first real job, because bartending is a pretty real job.
That's a very real job.
It's a lot of work. That's how I worked my way through school. But my first corporate desk job was at a company called Creative Artists Agency in Los Angeles. And we represent actors, actresses, producers, writers, directors, A-list talent. Every single client of the agency, you would know their name. Every one of them.
I'm intimidated.
I mean, it was impressive. And so CAA was a great experience. And so I got paid to help people make TV shows and movies. I left there and went to work for a production company that was starting up from one of our director clients. So I got to do the marketing, be on the movie set and do the marketing for movies. And then from there, I went to work for Barry Diller at his media company, where we sold products through Home Shopping Network and Ticketmaster and USA Network. And so, again, back into TV and movies. These days, what am I watching? What am I not watching? I watch Netflix. I watch Hulu. I watch all the network shows. I have a list that runs the gamut from rom-coms to police procedurals to, I don't watch a lot of reality TV, but I watch just about every scripted show out there.
Favorite streaming service? Go!
Hulu. I watch Hulu the most.
Huh?
Yeah, I watch Hulu the most. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, a little bit of Apple TV because I really like the morning show, and a few of the others, but those are the big ones.
I'm a sucker for YouTube.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, sure. Well,
it's for all waters. Plus, if you want to watch Passport Acadian,
exactly.
Tell us something that most people don't know about you.
I'm a pretty open book. I think I don't have a lot of deep, dark secrets, but I will tell you I am not able to sing or dance because I can't find the beat in a song. And so the problem is I married a dancer who can sing beautifully. And so when we all go out together, he dances with all my friends because I've got great dancer friends, but I do not have that talent.
And you don't ever get jealous?
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, gosh, no. Why would I?
Well, I don't know. Even though I have no dancing or singing skills either, I hate to make it about myself, people, but I do sing and I do dance. I just know that I'm bad at it.
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe having a husband who's actually good at it
really
would
good at it.
Inspire you.
Yeah. No, I mean, he sings in an a cappella group. He was paid to perform at Disney. He did show choir in high school and college. No, he's really good.
Well, I do know almost every Disney song.
Well, there you go. You're in.
90s back, so. All right. This is one of my favorite questions. Now, if Angie were here, she probably wouldn't be as excited. But if anyone has seen as many videos as I've done about local eats, what is your favorite place to eat?
Well, I'm partial to the downtown places because I work downtown, I live in the same streets, so we cycle through the downtown restaurants regularly.
Tsunami.
Oh, heck yes.
Central.
Absolutely.
Flats.
For sure.
Love
Spoonbill.
'em.
Pamplona.
Never been.
You never been to Spoonbill?
I've never been to Spoonbill.
Oh, you need to put that on your list right now.
I am.
Oh my gosh. Even Dwyer's, Pat's. I mean, we have 36 restaurants downtown.
I love Rev, too.
Yes.
Rev's one of my favorites.
Yes.
I actually have paintings at Rev.
Well, there you go. And now we have tons. Like, we've got so many options. When I do leave downtown, which is very rarely, we'll go to Social. We'll go to maybe Crosstown, to Chewy's. We make our way around.
Have you been to Vestal?
I love Vestal. Vestal's downtown's around the corner from me.
I love Vestal, too.
Absolutely. Vestal's great.
Beautiful.
Yes. Market Eats. We get out every once in a while.
I actually don't want to ask you this next question.
Okay.
The next question is, where do you like to travel to?
Okay.
I don't want to ask it, though, because, well, why would anyone want to leave Acadiana? Best place in the world, but if you had to.
Right. Fair enough. When I lived in Los Angeles, the only place I traveled to was Acadiana.
Really?
I came home on every vacation, every trip. I came back here. Once I lived here, though, that meant I could leave when I took a vacation. And so we have had the opportunity, because of work, to travel quite a bit. I've been to every state, I think, except 3 now. And I'm starting to work my way through Europe. I've been to Italy 4 or 5 times, the UK, and I do a women's summit at sea every year. Melissa and I do that together and on a Royal Caribbean ship.
Who's Melissa?
Melissa Bowen with the Authenticity Center. That's who I co-host She's So Bossy podcast with.
Okay.
And so we do this women's conference on a Royal Caribbean ship every year. And for the first time next year, in 2026, on our 4th annual summit at sea, we are going to sail from Italy to Greece and Turkey.
Congratulations.
Thank
4
you.
years.
Yeah.
So going on 5?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost reached a decade.
Almost. We're getting
Feel
there.
old yet?
Oh, I feel old a lot of days.
I feel that every morning.
Exactly.
Last question. You ready?
Sure. Bring it on.
And possibly the most important question of all.
Okay.
You ready, Jackie?
I'm ready.
What do you hope that people watching this can take away from not only your interview, but your work and your example? What would you like them to take away from this?
I hope that you've enjoyed this. And mostly, I hope that you find your path. That if you are going to set off on an entrepreneurial journey, you find support and a peer group that you can take lessons from and not feel alone. I think that's one of the hardest challenges of being an entrepreneur, is the solo-ness of it. And I hope that you find something that is rewarding to you. We are not made to toil away at a job. We are made to have community and collaboration and connection with other people. So I hope that you find a way for your better together, whatever that might be.
One of my favorite sayings is, a busy person is a happy person. And I have never seen a better example of a both busy and happy person.
For sure.
Jackie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting up with me.
It's a pleasure.
Just before we leave,
Sure.
What can you possibly tell everyone on the interwebs about your business and how they can contact you? Just whatever you want to plug in, please do.
Well, you can always find me just on about every social media app as Jaci Russo. So I'm there, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. Website, JaciRusso.com, or any of the websites of my companies, BrandRusso.com, BrandStateU.com, or TrainYardAdvisors.com.
Also, I want to watch your stream. So what
Sure.
about your stream?
We've got 2 podcasts, He Said, She Said Branding, and the other podcast is She's So Bossy, where Melissa and I interview women who have built $1 million businesses, because only 1.9% of women businesses get to $1 million in revenue.
Thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you.
Thank you.